It's time for This Week in Wrestling History.
Wrestling fans, I'm Sean Beckerman, and welcome to This Week in Wrestling History. This is where we turn back the clock to remember the benchmark moments in the history of professional wrestling. Courtesy of the Beyond the Bell podcast, we remember the week of March 25th to 31st. Let's kick things off with our timeline for this week. 1963, the WWF held its second ever event at Madison Square Garden in New York City, New York. Dory Dixon defeats WWF World Champion Buddy Rogers in Cleveland, Ohio to become the first Worldwide Wrestling Alliance World Champion. In 1979, the Worldwide Wrestling Federation drops a W from its name and becomes the World Wrestling Federation. In 1983, Terry Gorey defeats the Great Kabuki for the world-class Texas Brass Knuckles title in Dallas, Texas. Roddy Piper defeats Dick Slater in Asheville, North Carolina to win the NWA television title, beginning his second reign. In 1985, we saw the inaugural WrestleMania in Madison Square Garden take place. In attendance, 19,121. The main event was Hulk Hogan and Mr. T defeating Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper. Cowboy Bob Orton and Jimmy Superfly Snuka were in respective corners. In 1987, the WWF held WrestleMania 3 before a reported world record crowd of 93,173 fans at the Pontiac Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. The event got an 8.0 buy rate and saw the main event feature Hulk Hogan defeat Andre the Giant. In 1988, we saw Iceman King Parsons defeat Kerry Von Erich for the world-class World Heavyweight title in Dallas, Texas. Also that year, the WWF held WrestleMania 4 at Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey, with 18,165 fans in attendance. The event featured, among other things, a 14-man tournament for the WWF World title, which was vacated after a controversial match between Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant on February 5th of that year. Up against the WWF's WrestleMania 4 pay-per-view, TBS aired the very first NWA Clash of the Champions. The show got a 5.8 rating live from the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. NWA World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair fought Sting to a 45-minute time limit draw. In 1989, Sting defeated Mike Rotunda for the NWA World Television title in the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia. This was Sting's first singles title victory. In 1996, WrestleMania 12 takes place at the Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim, California. 18,853 in attendance to witness the Iron Man match between Shawn Michaels and Bret the Hitman Hart to feature Shawn Michaels' first world title victory in the World Wrestling Federation. In 1998, 19,028 fans packed the Fleet Center in Boston, Massachusetts for the WWF's WrestleMania 14 pay-per-view extravaganza. The event got a 2.3 buy rate, the highest for a WrestleMania in 7 years. The main event featured Stone Cold Steve Austin defeating the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels to start the reign of Austin 316 in the World Wrestling Federation. In 1999, WrestleMania 15 takes place in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at the First Union Center, 19,514 in attendance to see Steve Austin pinning The Rock to win the WWF Championship. This was the first WrestleMania released on DVD. In 2001, the 5.5-year-long Monday Night War officially ended. The World Wrestling Federation had purchased World Championship Wrestling from AOL Time Warner on March 23rd, and this night saw the final edition of WCW Monday Nitro on TNT, which got a 3.0 rating live from Panama City Beach, Florida. WWF Raw is War was live at Cleveland, Ohio's Gund Arena and got a 4.7 rating live on TNN. In 2002, the WWF held a live Raw featuring the first WWF brand extension at the Bryce Jordan Center on the campus of Penn State University in State College, Pennsylvania. 2003, the WWE held WrestleMania 19 before 54,097 fans at Safeco Field in Seattle, Washington. This was the first WrestleMania after the brand split. they set a new Safeco Field attendance record with this show. The next night on Raw, Bill Goldberg made his WWE debut. In 2007, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig, Jerry the King Lawler, Jim Ross, Nick Bockwinkel, Mr. Fuji, and The Sheik all were inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. In 2008, WrestleMania 24 takes place, featuring Ric Flair's final match in the WWE. In 2010, we saw the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame. The next night, WrestleMania 26 takes place in Glendale, Arizona at the University of Phoenix Stadium. The Undertaker battles Shawn Michaels Part 2, the rematch, where we saw the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels finish his illustrious career, losing to The Undertaker with him going 18-0. Remember, for all things nostalgia in the world of professional wrestling and sports entertainment, tune into Beyond the Bell on the SNS Radio Network. Each week, we will cover classic moments with old school themes. For This Week in Wrestling, I'm Sean Beckerman signing off, and I'll see you at the matches.